Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to do a random collective reading. First, I will bless us. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. Bless you. Bless me. This reading I'm about to do is general. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't force it to fit. Don't force me to fit. You don't have to like me. I don't mind if you stay here and you don't like me. Haters are welcome. But I don't want to feel bad about people hate watching because there are better things to do. Anywho. I'm not going to start off with tarot this time. I'm going to start off with one of these. You know, I always like to pull these sometimes, especially when I'm being sassy, because Doreen Virtue is like a born again. But she has like all these decks out, and I got them from a friend of mine who had gotten them from someone who had passed away years ago, and she just had a bunch of Doreen Virtue decks. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. I don't know. So take that, Doreen Virtue. Much love. I don't necessarily have a message coming into this. I've had a lot on my mind. I think in the last reading I was talking about ruminating. I don't know where you guys are. Maybe I'll find out a little bit about that right now. But I have just been in like constant contact with my creator, whom I call God. It's just been an ongoing conversation, and maybe we could call that prayer, but it really feels more like conversation. Arguably, I'm doing most of the talking. Like, it doesn't, well, there's a lot there, and it depends on how much you want to get into the lotness of the lot that's outside of us. There's for sure a lot, but I feel removed from that, and I actually suggest removing yourself from that as much as possible. Not because like we don't give a fuck, but I do feel that right now it is imperative, critical to go within and create. So there's that. We'll see what else leaks out. But the reason I wanted to start with these is, I don't know, let's see what avenue to go down. Where is my collective? Give us your cares. Huh. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to release any fears to you. Please allow me to completely let go so that you can fully guide me in this situation. Ready? What did I just say? I was just saying the world is not for us. That sounds douchebaggish, and I don't mean it that way. This isn't like a stick your head in the sand and, you know, get drunk or whatever. It's not that kind of remove yourself. It's, we know we're not idiots. Like I know stuff is going on in the world, but it's kind of like this. At the height of my drinking, I remember at one point in time, I was sitting on my bed drinking vodka in the middle of the afternoon, probably early afternoon is my best guess, watching YouTube videos of, I believe it was children in Syria. They were heartbreaking, dying, right? And thinking, this world is so fucked up. I don't even want to be here. And that doesn't do anybody any fucking good. Not the children who died in Syria, or, you know, I could be misspeaking, whatever. I don't know what year this would have been, 2017 probably. But so when I say not, I think you know what I fucking mean. Don't play stupid. I'm over explaining. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. And drinking a bunch of vodka and crying about it. I mean, actually, it helps for a little while. Not gonna lie. If that's your soul path, that's your soul path. I'm not arguing with you. All right. But give our cares away, give our fears away, surrender them. I just think it's kind of funny how that's the card I pulled right after saying, like, take your eyes off of the world. Also, this isn't real. None of this is real. But, all right. So we're giving our cares away. And what are we meant to do? What are we meant to do? Two of Swords, we are meant to choose our mindset. We are meant to choose what we think about. Swords, this is our mentality, our mind, our words, our thoughts. Swords are air. So, and this is the internal card. What do we have going on within? She's blindfolded, okay? There's water in the background. There's waves in the background. The moon is up there. I look at this card and I always kind of wonder, okay, what is going through her head? Is she freaking out or is she listening to the waves and allowing that to calm her? The moon in tarot represents our intuition. So with the Two of Swords, we're like, we can freak the fuck out or we can... Oh my God, she's also blindfolded. Like I was talking about that. Don't look out. Don't look. Don't look. We cannot know the future. The future is unknown. We have to go within. We have to, it depends. Our mindset is what we are going to experience. So here's another thing. After I got sober, I used to really love The Walking Dead. But when I was talking to my therapist, I remember her saying something like, your body, I struggled with really bad anxiety, really bad panic attack anxiety. And she was like, I know you like scary movies, but your body doesn't know. Your mind knows that what you're watching is not real, but your body doesn't know it. So like your mind is up here knowing that there aren't really zombies coming after you. But when your body feels that fear, it doesn't know. Like I don't know. And there was something really profound to me about that when I got out of rehab, I just stopped watching scary shit. Because like I used to really like scary movies. But anyway, and my anxiety got better. I also didn't drink. So I'm sure that had an effect. But still, there was something about that, I think we can get addicted to that fear too, Anyway, choose your mindset. Twos are always choice points. The future is unknown. You can't see it. You can't predict it. It's about the being right here, right now. And there's nothing more right here, right now than this. Like, external. What do we have on the outside? Page of Swords. Wow, this is a really cohesive reading. The Page of Swords is external. So on the inside, we are choosing our thoughts, choosing our mindset. The external card represents the energy that's surrounding us, or it can be how we are showing up, how other people are showing up. And I like the Page of Swords because pages are a childlike energy. So this is, I think, going to come from choosing a mindset, right? All of the cards have a higher and a lower expression. The higher expression of the page is like purity of thought. It is trust in thinking innocently. Like the Page of Swords is the kid that just asks questions because they want to know. It's a card of like curiosity. On the flip side, it can be petty. It can be gossipy. It can be like, asking too many questions, too curious, almost rude. But what I'm getting from this, so if we look at the higher and lower aspect of the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords can be, is she blocking her heart or protecting it? This is that, am I going to choose a positive mindset or am I going to choose a negative mindset? And I'm not talking about toxic positivity or anything like that, like negative shit. And I think you guys understand that's not what I'm saying, but it's okay to acknowledge something and go, wow, that's fucked up or sad or whatever. But getting lost in it is, it's just there's a word, there's a word for it. It's not productive. So here, if we're being negative, then we might lash out like a kid. We might yell, we might be petty, we might be gossiping, we might be talking shit about a lot of people, about everybody around us. But if we're taking this more positive outlook, then we're asking questions like, okay, what can I learn from this? What is the lesson in this? Let me have faith. Like the Page of Swords is faithful, but they are sticking to these swords. So like with the swords, we are looking, this is the realm of the mind. We're in our heads. Is that a good place to be right now? It's within our power to make that a good thing or not. And then up here in the higher perspective spot, I call it like the God spot, Page of Cups. So this is talking a lot about childlike energy. Maybe some of you are doing inner child work. The Page of Cups, now this is the emotional realm. Now we're talking about our feelings, our intuition, also mysticism, up in the higher perspective spot. So this is kind of like what God, spirit, universe sees looking down on our situation. And I think this is saying that when we can flip that mindset, when we can be curious instead of like petty and mean, like the Page of Swords could be a childhood bully, but the childhood bully has been bullied, and they took that more negative outlook of it. But we're getting in touch with the emotions of our inner child. Hold on, this is like let me put this all together in my head. Yes. God's the parent. Give your worries to God, goddess, spirit, whatever. To me, God is like non-gendered. I don't know. I don't know. God's the parent. And we have these pages coming out because we're meant to give our worries away. It's kind of like the story I was telling where I was drunk and crying about, terrible atrocities that are happening in the fucking world. And that wasn't my worry to have. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so look, if let's say I just like died at that point in time. And that would have made some people pretty sad. But it would have made people sad. But then think about me in the afterlife going, oh no, like now there's people that are there are spending their time being sad about me, and like they're there and they should be enjoying being there. And if they're not enjoying it, they should look at the lesson and be loving on themselves so that they can at least want to be there, because there's so much to learn there on Earth. I hope this is making sense to you guys. It doesn't feel cohesive to me, but I don't really care either. I do not. Let me do... All right, we're going to do Moon Oracles. So you've got to choose your mindset. What else should we do? How is God helping us? Discernment. Are you feeling particularly discerning? I think it's interesting to look how the eyes are covered on her. And she almost looks like this. She's also protecting her heart. So, if you are, say maybe you're really, really busy, or say you can't, you just can't seem to keep your mind straight or whatever. I'm getting something to the effect of like a fog is being pulled over so that you are distracted from things that maybe you shouldn't be hyper focused on anyway. It's almost like is spirit keeping your life so busy because you're meant to drop some things that maybe you've been clinging to, or distractions, but there's something about literally covering your eyes. Maybe some of you need to meditate. Could be that. All right. So what should we keep in mind moving forward? How did I start this reading out? Or I know I said this at some point, didn't I? Self-love. Self-love. So we got 10 and 6. Anyway, yeah, self-love. Give your worries away. Don't overthink it. It's like I'm about to overthink it right now. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Please give this a like and a subscribe if you are so inclined. I do have just some specials that I'm running. If you guys only know me on YouTube, I don't think I have that many people who just know me on YouTube. But if you do, feel free to head over to Facebook or Instagram, because I post a lot of my specials there. Plus, I just like being friends with the people who follow me. Although there are people that I creep on, and they're always like, "Who are you, creepers?" And I don't uncreep. Fuck it. I don't know. So if you want to creep, keep creeping. There's a time and a place for that. But I'm social media and all of that stuff. I had a friend who told me I should start doing TikTok. Actually, a couple friends, and then my kid thinks I should go on TikTok. And I just don't I don't know. I like people to be in front of me if you're in Bernie, Texas, or near Texas, or want to do a Zoom even, because I just mean one-on-one. That's what I love. I love the one-on-one. Why am I doing that? Anyway, I don't know. I got to get going. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day on Earth. Peace. Namaste. I'm using a new video shit.